Hi, I'm Sunny. I'm the lifestyle mentor certified with Tiny Habits Method, specialized in healthy aging. I'm on my journey to share the alphabets of the healthy lifestyle at the cellular and molecular level. S is for self-discovery. Well, I can choose self-awareness, self-respect, self-kindness, everything we can do with self. However, I think self-discovery for me is a totally amazing journey. So I want to share that with you under this S week, self-discovery. First of all, I'd like to ask you, do you know who you are? Would be like the silly question. Of course, I know my name, my age, my race, my sex, my everything. I have a house, I have a credit card number, I have a bank account. All that is associated with me, right? But when we get into the deeper level and look through all the past we have, we really couldn't define who we are. We have experience. We might have name given or title or jobs or career, whichever we going through. But those older things, I don't think they can really totally define us. So let me go through the list. From my own self-discovery, I discovered I'm not what I'm going to share with you. It's kind of tricky, but it's logical too. That's how we are really paradoxical. If we accept our paradoxical nature and this constant change, then we don't have attachment that strong and hold us in one place for too long. The first things I'm aware, I'm not my thoughts. People always think about if I'm thinking, so I'm here. But thinking or thoughts is coming and going, if you notice that. So there's things, if I think something negative, they stay for a while and my emotion got triggers, I feel everything's wrong or feel insecure. But maybe next time you meet a great person or involved with some great relationships in the beginning, then you don't have any fear. You feel peace, you feel love, you feel all this positive energy. But those things is all in our mind. Since those can be changed by situation, so I don't think I can be defined by my thoughts. I can experience that thought. If I experience insecure, I cannot say I am insecure. I will say I experience some insecurity in me. That I have a conclusion. I'm not my thoughts. Next item, emotions. Like I mentioned about the thought will trigger certain emotions, particularly those emotions we bury under our experience. Maybe childhood trauma or somebody say something too loud or this noise we don't understand at a young age. Those emotions actually bury into our subconscious mind. The only time we can discover those emotions buried inside our soul is through triggers. That's how I use triggers to do a lot of self-discovery. We all know that we can use all this electrical probe inside our different parts of our brain, and we can trigger some emotions. Also, those hormones, dopamine, serotonin, all these neurotransmitters or the chemicals or short peptides, they can also trigger our different emotions throughout our day. That's how I conclude I'm not my emotion. I experience my emotion and I can embrace, I can appreciate those emotions. But I'm not the same as my emotions because I can observe, I can feel, I can relate to that emotion, but I'm not the same as emotion itself. The number 3 on my list is the concept. The concept can be, okay, so I am a human being. I have the body like this, and I supposed to have the eyes and the hearing and the senses and taste. So I have the concept as a beautiful human being. I need to have all the abilities like everybody else. But look around us. We are all different in so many different ways. We are all amazingly different. So that means the concept is really, again, go back to our thought and think about that is the concept about myself. That is the concept about somebody better than us. That's the concept about universe. That's the concept about something, the higher spirits. Those is all the concepts. And concepts can be changed. Once we change our perspective, we see things from a different angle. Those concepts can be just gone. Concept is not me because I can relate to the concept. I can accept or I can resist. So I'm different than my concepts. Number 4 is the identities. Well, we think about what the role and function you have throughout your life. Is young baby, teenagers, and workforce, maybe CEO in the end, or retirees. You all has different identities, but every identity associated with that period of our life is not going to define us either. And we can associate with identities. There's nothing wrong with that association. But the only time we need to be mindful is if we attach to some identity too tight, then we will suffer with the losses or confusions, or we want to control it. So once that things we attach to too tight no longer exist, then we feel we are broken. Something take away from us. Right. So that's because the attachments, not because those things coming here and let us feel suffering. It's our reaction to that identities. For example, I'm the mother, and I think my role and function is to raise my kids whenever I can, and they can have successful life. But what if for some reason one of my kids got killed? We feel guilty about we cannot raise our kids to the fullest, but it's not our fault. The reason is the identity association as the mother, as the role and function a mother should do. Same thing with relationship. Is a wife or husband, and something happened to the other side, we have the guilt and anger, resentment, whatever that trigger our emotion, because the association with the identity is too tight. So what I'm trying to say here, we are not our identities. We can label ourselves, or somebody can give us a label about who you are, but we can choose to accept or choose to just let it go. And the last one is very difficult to grasp the idea, but it makes sense because it's totally logical. I discover I'm not even my body. So what does that mean, Sunny? You have your hand, you have the eyes, you can speak. You definitely need a body to communicate, to connect, and to share. Yes, I do need a way to share my thoughts. I do need a way to digest the food. I do need a way to sense my environment. I do have a way to protect myself. This is the device we are giving. We have amazing physical body to download the information, to process the information, and also remember what happened. This is all the great device our body provide. Based on the science, every 7 years, every single cells of our body will be different than the 7 years prior. That's according to the stem cell research. Amazingly, we have this ability to regenerate all the different functions and role inside our body. Well, it's the same thing with our universe, right? Like we have 4 seasons. We generate that cycle every year for so many, many years. If every cells, every 7 years, they are different than the 7 years prior. And that means we don't have the same body. Not even 7 years, like every day. Our skin shading faster too, but some of the organs need a little bit longer time. But the concept for that is we cannot have the same body. It's just like the river. When a river, you watch the river, you see the water moving through, but everything you see, if you stay in that place that flows through, the water is different, the content is different, the pH may be different, or the pollutions may be different, or the fish doing something in the water, so they create something different. So you always don't have the same water, even in the same spot of the river. And we're just like that, based on my realization, the self-discovery. I'm not my thoughts. I'm not my emotions. I'm not my concepts. I'm not my identity. I'm not even my body. Everything is ever changing. So we're living in this ever changing quantum reality. The only thing we can do is to make the conscious choice to respond what we want to respond. Most of us, we have this autopilot habits, either reactive or repressive, based on the past experience. But now, if we can raise our consciousness and after the self-discovery, then we can become a true observer. We can see ourselves in the distance. And that means we are not react quickly. Just like watching a movie, if someone like you playing a role, you would just say that is just experience, that is just a story. We're going to using that kind of strategy to ourselves too, because everything we experience is kind of like a game or the movie, because we are playing our role, and every time we interact with other people, then we have to change our reactions or the manners. So we are playing, we are actors and actresses. I just want to encourage you to start this great journey, to go deeper and reflect what's going on in the past life, and hoping you can see some triggers. That's my self-discovery journey for the past 2 years. Well, actually longer than that. I just start to have more of the awareness about what is going on. I hope you will have the similar experience and start to see your life a total different lens. I also offer 30 minutes consultation if you would like to connect with me and talk about identity and awareness, habit building, and also amazing light we can bring it to our life. I'm Sunny. I'm the founder of Sunny Life Solutions. Have a great day.